G'day, everybody. Movers and shakers out there listening to Barrel Surf Podcast. This episode is 100% dedicated to the memory of my good friend Hamish Gibson, recently passed away from cancer. He was an absolute fucking underground core lord of the highest order, born and bred Margaret River, absolutely loved the West Australian coastline, big barrels up and down the coast, lived and breathed the beauty of WA. Surf in peace, Gibbo. Yeehaw.
Barrel Surf Podcast.
Barrel Surf Podcast.
Barreled Surf Podcast.
Barrel Surf Podcast.
Barreled Surf Podcast.
Barrel Surf Podcast.
Barrel Surf Podcast.
Yeehaw!
G'day, legends. Welcome back to Barrel Surf Podcast. It has been a minute, but we are back in the Shedquarters here. It's a beautiful Friday afternoon in the southwest of Western Australia. And as usual, to my left is a single fin wielding maniac, and his name is Adam Kennedy. G'day, Adzy.
G'day, mates. Good to be back. Friday afternoon in the shed in our natural environment.
Couple of cheeky monkeys.
Couple of cold cheeky monkeys. We even had just a little tickle of Forester bubbly just to get the ball rolling.
Delightful.
The missus wanted to get in on a quick Friday afternoon drink and bought us a little taster of some Forester cold crispy bubbly, and it was sensational.
Where's my second glass, mate? I'm
I
ready
know.
for one.
Well, yeah, we got to keep it under control a little bit.
Excuse me. Can I have another one, please?
Hello, sir.
Hello, sir.
Mates, yeah, good to be back in the shed. It's been a bit going on, you know, summer, Christmas holidays, New Year's, all that jazz has passed water under the bridge, and
Yeah, I know.
you know,
all of a sudden it's February.
yeah,
Mid-Feb.
we're back into it. I prolonged my holiday. You know, sort of tried to drag it out as much as I could, and I feel like in the construction industry that does tend to happen a fair bit. The month of January is quite lenient.
Good luck getting shit done.
Yeah, yep. So half the people come back, and then a few crew come back, and, you know, it's summer holidays, you got kids, and it's always nice to extend it out a little bit if you can.
Yeah, so I believe you went over to a little island just off the coast of India.
Yes, mate. So I did. I tried to go during the actual 2 weeks around Christmas and New Year's, but the flights were $12,500.
Holy moly.
For a family of four return. And I booked it on the 20th of January for $3,200 return for the whole family. It's a quarter of the price.
Wow.
Same airlines, everything. So I was like, well, guess I'll just not go to work for those couple of weeks, and
Go to Sri Lanka.
I'll make that money twice over by just going at a different time. So
Well, you're actually making money there, aren't you?
yeah, I was making money, saving money. Yeah, not even saving, just making it flat out. So I went back to work after the standard holiday period, and then put my head down for a couple of weeks, and then took off to Sri Lanka with the family. It was pretty damn fun, mate, to be honest.
Yeah, nice.
The waves went down the south coast, which is that time of year, and the waves are very soft. They're glassy. It's bathtub warm, so only required my shark eyes, boardy, and rashy for sun protection.
They're nice.
Yes, didn't need anything else, and got out of the We Are Feel Good Zinc, went through a few tubes of that, courtesy of Jake Paddo hooking me up on the sly. Had to pay for him. I may or may not have swapped him a bit of Cheeky Monkey and Forester for a few tubes of zinc, and took some Dr. Crack wax with me to battle the tropical sun. So I was pretty prepped.
How'd the Dr. Crack tropical wax go over there?
It did go good, mate. Went well. Yep. Liked it, having it in the bag, to, you know, the little reusable bag for the lifelong, the lifetime of the block. Helped me out a bit, so it didn't melt in me bag. So that was cool. But yeah, pretty fun. Really soft waves, like a really lacking power. Pretty crowded, very crowded.
Millions and millions of learners, huh?
Mates, I think Al Merrick and DHD have really missed the fucking mark here. Like, I'm not sure. Hopefully they're making softies, but whoever's making softies are fucking selling them by the sea container load.
Is it Catch Surf that sell them?
I don't know, man.
There's a bunch of brands.
There's a bunch of stuff, but mate, it was dripping in softboards. Like, they're just loaded down there. The learn to surf scene over there is unbelievable. I mean, I know it's pretty full on in Bali, but I'm telling you, it cannot get any more learn to surf schools in any stretch no matter where you go, like this has got to be as packed as it can be in with terms of learn to surf adults. It's
Any
cool.
Russians in the water?
Heaps of Russians. Heaps of Russians. I gave them stink eye, don't worry. Israel, mate, everything. Lots of Israelis because the Israelis can't go to Indonesia. One of them was telling me. I was surfing with one guy. He surfed a bit better. He was a good dude. And he's like, mate, well, we can't go to Indo. And I said, why not? And he goes, well, I'm Israeli and Indonesia's Muslim. And I'm like, oh, is that right? And he goes, yes, we're troublemakers. And I'm like, are you? And he's like, yep. So we had a laugh about that. Anyway, probably not really a laughing matter if you live in the Middle East.
Well,
but it was a laughing matter in the lineup at Sri Lanka.
Bit going on in that area of the world.
Bit going on.
Stuff around it. Yeah.
There's always a bit going on over there.
There is, yeah.
Yeah, they're always they're excited. They're an excited bunch, aren't they?
Had that protest last week and it went a bit awry in Sydney and
Yeah.
people getting smashed and all the rest of it by the police.
Yeah, well, fuck those fucking bloody Muslim shooting pricks at Bondi. Let's get an early Clive Palmer out of the way.
Yeah.
I mean, Jesus.
Kidding me? That was
That
the worst thing I've ever seen.
It's the worst thing that's probably ever happened on Australian soil. So, yeah, I hope he gets tortured up the arsehole in jail.
Sure
the one
he
that's
already
left.
is, mate. Sure he is.
Can
Yeah.
only hope.
How could any sort of ideology or religion or whatever
Yeah.
justify you killing fucking innocent people in a park and next to the beach?
Yeah, man. It's fucking ridiculous. It's like, mate, Jesus, what is fucking wrong with you? Anyway, mate, so we'll shift back to the goodness of Sri Lanka. Mate, third world country, you know, it's always got its good and its bad elements to the holiday. It starts out all pretty fun, the haggling and the hassling over frickin' prices because they're constantly trying to fleece you of an extra couple of bucks, and by the end of the 2 weeks, you feel like you're just a walking ATM and your wallet's just constantly open, and they try to
gets you down, doesn't it?
Yeah, by the end, it just wears you down. It's not so much it gets you down; you're just a bit worn down by. And in the end, you're just like, dude, I can't be fucked haggling over a couple of bucks. Just charge me the same price you charged me yesterday. Yesterday it was this much. Why is it?
Give it to me.
Mate, you know, and then they get back to the same price, and it's like,
Just start there, mate.
just start there, and then
Just got a big thing on your lip there, mate.
a bit of chip
Just
in the beard.
Just distracting me from.
Okay. And mate, the and charging tourists more, like it's so blatant.
I'm all for that.
You like that?
We need to do it here.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I'd be okay if I'm allowed to do it here. Next time I do a quote for a plumbing, and I see some Indian, I'm fucking doubling it, mate. And I'm just going to put there. I'll put a printed sign like they do on their tourist attractions, official printed signs, local price, tourist price. And it's like 5 times as much. And it's like, mate, it's all we're doing is going in and visiting a temple, but nah, you got to pay 5 times as much. So yeah, it'd be nice if we could do that here.
Yeah.
You'd get crucified.
Let's do it next summer.
Yeah, I'm doing it. Next job. Yeah, next job. If
Going to a bar, beers $16 for locals and 20 for a tourist.
Yeah, that's right.
If you're from outside the Shire,
Yeah, okay.
fucking expensive enough.
I know.
Anyway,
But mate, yeah, super fun waves, kids waves, awesome, unreal, next level.
so beaches, what is that? Points?
There's
reefs?
a bit of sort of reefy action. They all seem to just be that bit deep or something. I don't know how it works. They're just that really soft, mushy peelers, really crowded. Even the waves that are a little bit better are just super crowded with the, you know, people who think they can surf a little bit better. Put it this way, I was one of the best surfers I saw there, and that is really giving you an indication
Mate, I
of
saw that video. You
how
put through.
low the level of surfing is. I was like one of the top dogs there, which is a bit of a worry. But
There's got to be is it bathymetry of
Yes.
the ocean?
Yes.
Just really slopey sort of approach.
must be something. And obviously the swell's just lacking a bit of blow, or mate, I don't know. But it seemed like there was a couple of little reef break setups that were okay, but they just didn't have the power. They were a bit deep. Mate, surfing over turtles was pretty cool. Had a couple of pretty nice clear water days at a couple of beaches where it was clean. Then a couple of days that had a fair bit of rubbish in the water. Seemed to change a little bit.
The wind and the currents and so
Yeah,
forth.
I think so. Yep. But then these epic, super soft peeling beaches. This one particular bay called Welligama, and it was a really big bay. Honestly, within the stretch of the bay, which would have been maybe a kilometre, probably a K to a K and a half of surfable area, at a rough guess, I'm claiming 500 to 1,000 learners
Holy shit.
in a line, all just sitting out on that back line trying to catch waves, spread
Wow.
over that K. Like you can't count. I'm just guessing. Like it was thick. But I'm not surfing those waves. I don't care about those waves. But they were so sick for your kids. Like sand bottom, peeling, buttery, rights and lefts. A little bit dangerous because of just so many adult learners. Like, no, I'm not. It's not even a joke. Like, I'm serious. It was a little bit dangerous. You had to really be on guard. And I'm telling my kids,
Not a joke, but it is funny.
yeah, it's definitely funny. But mate, when you've got, because they all just take off, like 10 of them at the same time and go straight, or they'll take off on a right and they'll just go left into the white, like straight towards you into the white water, even though it's a blatant right. But they just don't, mate. But there's a lot of comic value to it as well. Just, with the kids pushing them in and going, watch this guy. You could just see some guys are just going to do an endo and fly up in it. Like, it's pretty funny. But sick waves, and then these super soft little beaches. And then you come in and there's sort of cafes and restaurants and all that right on the beach with really cool swimming pools, and you go in and like get a hell curry or a pizza for the kids and ice cream, swim in the pool, which is like 40 meters from the water's edge, stuff around there. You're still in your boardies the whole time, go back out for another surf with the kids. And it was a pretty good, like, kids surfing paradise.
What boards did you take over yourself?
Oh, mate, I just took a fun board, a Kelvinator.
Yep.
Yeah, Kiwi Bradzi was over there just before me.
Oh, yeah.
And he doesn't have a family, so he was more really focused on trying to get some waves for himself, and he got a bit frustrated by the end, just going, man, it's a bit lackluster. And he was like, just take one fish. That's all you need. Like one fun board, that's all you need. So I took my soft boards for the kids, a 7.6 mini mal for the missus, and my Kelvinator, and that was more than enough.
Yeah. So I'm surprised Bradsy's over there. He's a bit of a keg hunter.
Yeah, he is. I think he just wanted something a little different. He was already an Indo.
Bit of adventure.
Yeah, a bit of an adventure. He thought he'd check it out. There's one wave there that was pretty fun that I surfed, and it was sort of like 4 foot a few days, and that was pretty good. And
the photos you sent through looked like it was super fun.
Yeah, photos are always
photos.
Yeah, fucking photos, mate.
It's like the edits showing the one step wave and the one good surfer out there.
Oh, mate, it was pretty fun, but you weren't getting tubed, which is fine because, I struggle to get tubed anyway. But
you get more barrels than the rest of us.
But it was pretty fun, and I took the kids 6 foot softboards, and they just had, mate, it was worth it just for them. But then Sri Lanka's got some good other stuff going on, especially if you're family based. Up in the mountains, waterfalls and Buddhist temples, and really cool train rides through the mountains and tunnels and tea factories and tea plantations, and pretty cool scenery. And then a bit of safari park action too. It's like a budget Africa where you get like you get crocodiles and wild elephants and monkeys and a bit of birds and buffalo and stuff like that. Deer.
Bears?
Apparently there's a sloth bear, but we didn't see any. And you can see leopards, but we didn't see any of them either.
Yeah, okay.
But mate, just seeing the elephants is pretty epic, going on those big open safari trucks and bouncing around and getting up close to a wild elephant. Mate, Steve Irwin would have really got his thumb fair up some anuses in Sri Lanka. He would have really probed some organisms over there. He would have had a fat time. I'm sure he went there. He would have had to have gone there in his day, and it was up his alley for sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
before I got all touristy.
Yeah.
So has it been like a slow burn in terms of, because it sounds like it's like packed with
It's freaking packed.
tourists and stuff.
Yeah, mate. I spoke to this one guy, a French dude, who was a real nice guy, a bit of an older guy, and sounds like he's been going there a long time. He said he was best mates with Richard Dog Marsh.
Righto.
So there you go, because apparently he lives in France. So
Part of the dog pack.
yeah, part of the dog pack. And mate, he was a he was a real nice guy and mellow and a trustworthy dude for information. And he said about 15 years ago it started to build. He said before that, he goes, man, I was just surfing all these spots by myself.
Yeah.
And he said about 15 years ago it really started kicking off on that south coast. And now it's a huge learn to surf scene.
Super hectic.
Super hectic. But
Weird. There's like two sort of even though it's a small island,
it's not
like
that big an island.
two
Yeah.
climates, isn't it?
Yeah, totally.
Weird.
because you got that Aragon Bay East Coast side, and from all reports, it's like, oh, you don't go there this time of year. And mate, I was speaking to all these Israeli dudes, and they're like, oh, yeah, we go to Aragon every season. We go home and go back and go to Aragon and a few around that area, which sounds pretty nice. But
So like, there's 2 monsoons, right? 2 different monsoons.
it must be something like that. Yeah,
in different areas.
yeah, because they said it's just windy. I think it's more wind affected the south coast in the off season, but it's definitely monsoonal up on the east coast at this time of year.
There you go.
And they had a cyclone go through, which actually affected me a little bit because I planned to do this train ride that's supposed to be one of the most picturesque in the world, and they had so much rain from the cyclone, there was landslides and shit, and fucked up the track.
You don't be doing that.
No.
Train journeys in a fucking landslide.
But we did a bit of the train ride and it was pretty sick, and the 9-arch bridge and going through mountains and stuff like that. It was pretty cool. So, yeah, it's a good – and, mate, heaps of sick food. Curries, fucking constant. I love curries.
Gibbo.
Fuck, curries everywhere.
Nice.
I was literally having curry for breakfast. It was killer. I love it. And then, it was a good scene, man, and felt pretty safe. Like, you're walking around at night time with your – I guess I was in a touristy area, but, yeah, definitely walking around with a family. Never felt like a target or anything like that. So I felt like it was pretty good. I was a bit bummed that I just left as the T20 International kicked off in Sri Lanka. I was like, mate, I would have loved to have slipped in for a quick T20 game.
That'd be,
a home game of Sri Lanka would have been some vibrancy in the crowd, wouldn't there? So I just missed it. I think US was playing frickin' India the night I was flying out or something, but I couldn't do it.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. And
so it's mainly sort of Hindu, isn't it, over there?
Buddhist.
Oh, Buddhist. Okay.
Yeah, Buddhist temples everywhere, man.
Right.
I went to Temple of the Sacred Tooth.
Fuck, that sounds epic.
Mate, it's got Buddha's tooth in there.
What?
Some dude dug it out of the ashes fucking 3,000 years ago. And it's been making his journey all around India and end up in Sri Lanka. And, mate, it's his fucking tooth. The Buddha, the real Buddha. His
Buddha's tooth.
It's in this big gold fucking vase at the Temple of the Sacred Tooth, obviously.
Holy moly.
I went up there, up in the mountains, and we went in there and we looked at the vase, and my kid said, "Can we go yet?" And I was like, "This is cool." And it's okay.
Like, I had dental surgery yesterday. I wonder if there'll be the Temple of Namu's tooth at some point in the future.
Had it fucking the bubble in 2,000 years. Temple of the Namu tooth.
Ripped out a molar, mate. Fucking hell.
Oh, fuck.
You don't want that shit. That's no good.
So, yeah, pretty good.
All right, so
they're dirty bastards, eh? Fucking
right.
hotel rooms. Jesus, they were dirty. I got a pretty decent hotel room in front of this one surf spot, and I thought, I'll pay a little extra and get the big hotel. And, when you got young kids, I'm sure our listeners know, mate, you get a pool, and if you can get it close to your surf spot, you can get up, do your Dawny, fucking half your surf. The family's still asleep. By the time you come back, they're only just jumping in the pool, and you're fucking done for the day, and then you can all hit the buffet breakfast together.
how good?
Mate, the joint was that fucking dirty. It was ridiculous. It was comical. It was faulty towers. I was waiting for
dirt everywhere.
Mate, I was waiting for Basil to fucking, AKA John Cleese, to come.
Mr. Faulty, Mr. Faulty.
Oh, mate, I was expecting him to make a guest appearance. It was fucking. In the end, I was treating it like it was my own personal comedy show. Watching how these staff operate. It was like a big hotel, man. Like one of the biggest by far. And anyway, somewhere. And mate, just their lack of cleaning was just hilarious. I was watching them go about it, and they just refused to clean. They never cleaned our room once, and
No way.
And then the next door neighbours, when the room would get swapped over, I was just watching what they were doing. They take like 4 hours, and they just didn't do anything. And mate, they sweep the room into a pile of dirt out the front door, and then just left it there for 4 days. It's probably still there now. I just left. The pile of dirt was still there. And then there's all these teacups and stuff all on the balcony. They didn't give us a bin, so I was just sort of piling my rubbish up in the corner of the balcony. And they'd come and clean the room and just walk past it all, leave it all there, teacups, everything.
Oh.
So in the end, I started finding it quite amusing. But yeah, read the reviews. That's what I didn't on booking.com. I felt like I didn't read the reviews enough because I went back into the reviews and everyone was lighting them up about how dirty they were. And run down, I'm like, fuck, I should have read the reviews. So I read reviews now.
Yeah, well, we should. All right, so Sri Lanka, hit or miss?
Hit for a family, miss if you're going there with the boys for a surf trip.
Yeah, I don't know how many crew would do that.
Yeah.
just sort of comes across as more of a.
Unless you're 25 and single male,
Oh yeah,
then great for
Really?
a surf. Oh, I could.
Euros everywhere, and
I'm not sure. I didn't see any half-naked women, but I got told there was about 23,000 of them walking up and down the beach.
and same thing if you're a single female,
Yeah,
get amongst it.
yeah, get amongst it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Go over there for a surf and a little bit of romance.
Not a lot of clothes getting worn. Yeah,
Yeah,
And,
nice.
yeah, it's warm. Yeah,
I feel like a bit of a old seedy dude occasionally, I bet. What are you looking at, Adam? Nothing.
No,
nothing,
no,
wife.
no,
It's all good.
No, I didn't look at. I just looked at temples. I told you.
Temples.
Temple of Sacred Tooth, mate. It's all I
Temple
looked
of
at.
the Sacred Tooth. It sounds like something out of Kung Fu Panda
Yeah, or Indiana Jones.
or Indiana Jones.
It felt
yeah.
like Indiana Jones. There was definitely elements of that.
That's an idea for a movie. Indiana Jones v.
The Israeli learner.
No, Kung Fu Panda.
Either way.
It's Friday afternoon.
It's,
All right.
But no, it's good trip, man. Good
Yeah,
trip.
sick.
Good, awesome family trip. If you got young kids who are surfing, then and there's also some little levels up from the beachy eye surf that were a tiny bit better, and it's just a little bit dangerous. The number of adult learners is pretty hectic.
So
but
is
the
there like
waves-
local crew pushing people in and stuff as well? Not like as much as
Oh,
Indo.
on the beaches, 100%, yeah, like
Yeah.
hundreds of them. But they're pushing him into a lot of whitewaters and stuff. Whereas on the actual little waves that were sort of more like a normal wave, not so much, but still it's just big softboards careering everywhere.
Any,
So-
any local rippers out there? It's got to be a few.
I met this one guy called Shaggy who was definitely the biggest legend in town.
Big guy.
Yeah. And my missus like, how do you know that? And I'm like, well, he told me. But he was
My
a
name
good
is
dude.
Shaggy. I'm the biggest dude in town.
Yeah, he was a small dude, but you could see, mate, he just had the swagger about him. He was super nice, friendly, and he came and showed me. He had to learn to surf school at this one particular place. We're at Lazy Lefts, and then he came and showed me. He had a big poster. His advertising poster is him holding a copy of Surfer magazine with him on the front getting a little tube. And I was like,
Surfer Magazine.
yeah, Surfer magazine. He goes, I'm the
Mate.
first Sri Lankan to ever get on the cover of Surfer magazine. I'm like, well,
There you go,
that's
Shaggy.
fucking better than I've ever done, Shaggy.
Wow.
So you are the man in town, no doubt.
So he just takes that out with him and
Yeah, just
tries
takes it
to
everywhere.
slay his euros. And
Yeah, he had a Euro wife.
Do you remember Indo, like Bali specifically in the 90s, where there was just the local rippers just at Surrey Club and whatever else, just fucking slaying. Oh, man.
This guy was, Shaggy. No, he was a good dude, man. And
Mr. Bombastic.
he was a bit like that. He had a bit of ruster about him, actually. He had shaggy, long, bloody half dreadies. And and he surfed okay. And he was a nice, friendly fellow. So, I think if you ever had any issues around that particular area, I feel like Shaggy could sort them out for you.
Shaggy's
So,
a guy.
Yeah, Shaggy's a man.
Look him up.
Yeah.
He's probably got an Instagram.
Yeah. He's got a little.
Shaggy.
He had a little surf villa too. I can't remember what it was called, but
Oh,
mate,
he's fucking killing it.
yeah, he's killing it, mate. He runs a surf school.
Living his
and-
best life.
He
Good on
is.
you, Shaggy.
Yeah, no, I liked him. He was cool.
Hold up, you cheeky monkeys. It's Shaggy.
Yeah, that's right. And a few other Sri Lankan. No one like blowing up, but a few of them surfing, and a lot of them on longboards because the waves are that way inclined, and some
Yep.
of them had a few nice cross steps going on and stuff. So
Cross steps.
yeah, a few twinkle toes
No
getting around.
leggies.
Yeah. So
Wetsuits with a zip at the front. All that sort of shit.
yeah, it's it was cool. It was a good trip, man.
Yeah, sick. All right, Adzy. How's it going there, mate?
I'm all right, mate. You all right?
I'm not bad. What's going on there, my
Well,
fella?
mate, I'm all right, but I could be a bit better, old son.
Bit better. How could you be better, my son?
I'd be a bit better if I had a cold the Giants West Coast IPA from fucking Cheeky Monkey,
Fucking
mate.
cheeky monkey.
They're bloody bringing out a 5.9%. It's West Aussie, piney, resinous, the lowdown, bright and smooth, a medium-bodied West Coast IPA with a lean, strappy finish that drinks clean and it's fucking refreshing.
Oh,
It is-
lovely jubbly.
And it's got a real nice picture of some trees.
Oh, even more lovely jubbly.
Yeah, so get into it, my fellow pommies.
All right, then. Hey, how's it, my brew?
Grucky, I didn't realise we were going for this one, my fellow.
I tell you what, my friend, I've been really enjoying the new Shock Eyes range from Shock Eyes Wetsuits Global.
Now listen to me, Andrew. Andrew, listen.
No, I'm not going to listen, bro.
You listen to me, my boy. You listen good and hard. They are good wetsuits, and I will not hear it any other way, okay?
I'm not tuning you, bro. I'm not tuning you. Shock Eyes, get amongst it, eh?
Yes, my bro. I can't do another one.
Oh, do you know what's pretty sick, bro?
What's that, bro? You got a big dick at the back of your house.
I've got a big dick. I'm going to go give it a bit of a rub later on.
Oh, sure, bro.
Yeah, fully sick. And do you know what else I might do once I'm on my dick?
Drink some nice wine by any chance, cuz.
Might try to drink some Forester Estate wines this weekend, bro.
Forester brew, they're one of my favourites, eh?
Oh, cheers, cuzzy, bro. Forester Estate. Some of their wines are absolutely sick, bro.
Oh, it's better than a haka. We're going to get cancelled.
Oh, we're getting cancelled for sure. Hey, Adzy.
Yeah, mate.
I'll tell you what, the other day I was slipping all over my surfboard and I just could not work out what was going on.
Oh, bloody hell, mate. You're having a shocker.
I was having a shocker and then I thought, hang on a minute, I've got some Dr. Crack Wax in my car. I'm going to go back up to my car and wax myself up.
Oh, mate, Dr. Crack Wax. It's more Australian than drinking Fosters on the top of Uluru, isn't it?
I'll tell you what, meat pies, Australia Day, Uluru, bloody Australian, Crack Wax as well, Dr. Crack.
Mate, here in WA by a fucking Aussie call lord. Up the Dr. Crack Wax.
Get some Dr. Crack Wax on your stick.
Hi, it's Sean Thompson, and you're listening to Barrel Surf Podcast. Double shocker.
Right, let's move on, eh? Glad to hear your trip was good.
Yep.
Been a bit going on in the Changers, the Challengers series. So the Pipeline Challenger was one for the ages. The Aussies doing some domination over there. One thing I do want to mention, first of all, Sally Fitz back on tour.
Where's T-Bone when you need him?
Where is he?
He'd just be fizzing on a rig 200 Ks off the northwest coast of Western Australia.
Mate, he absolutely is.
Yep.
He's on the Prelude or whatever it's called, and he's just still doing, he's fist pumping himself
Oh,
and
mate.
just going, yes, Sally.
He'd be going mad up there, wouldn't he?
Come on, Sally
Like,
Fitz.
what's the racket in that donger next to me? That's
What's
what they-
going on?
He's just like, what the hell does Sally Fitz mean? Just hears it over and over.
Sally Fitz, Sally Fitz, Sally Fitz, Sally Fitz. I'll tell you what, mate. I fucking read the room wrong by making up those Go Sally Fitz at Margie's T-shirts last year, thinking she was going to retire. We're going to drag her up the stairs like we did Kelly.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's clearly not going to happen. She's just going to keep going.
So she's third on the rankings now.
She's qualified.
That's it. She's
Official.
in. Okay, so that means that Taya Zabrowski and Yolanda Hopkins from Portugal are already both in.
Yep.
Isn't that Taya chick? Is that the one that's like
So
14 or something?
She's 12, yeah.
Fuck. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, she's 6.
I haven't seen her surfing, but she's got to be bloody good.
Apparently she was charging at pipe, eh?
Really?
Yeah. Like
Fucking
back door
hell.
and stuff. Going
Yeah,
pretty hard.
sick.
It's pretty crazy. I was reading an article that was very, very tentatively, but just enough poking the bear, I guess, or just pointing out that once again another pipe comp has been run where they, you know, the girls are there, but they're not getting put in the big stuff.
I think they had one day where they were put out there.
Yeah, well, this article, I can't remember where it was. It was maybe Swellnet or something like that. And it was, and the crux of the article was fair, and I agree with it, was that there's a whole bunch of chicks that are ready to take it on,
Yeah.
but they're almost catering for the ones that can't.
Yeah, okay.
And I thought that was a fair point. It's like, mate, put them out there. If those girls that aren't ready don't want to paddle out, then they fucking don't have to paddle out.
Well, they'll paddle out, but they might not.
Well,
might not get
whatever.
the sets.
You can paddle out or not paddle out. Either way, you don't deserve the points. And then the ones that are hungry for it obviously deserve the points, and they deserve to be on the world tour.
Yeah.
So it wasn't like totally, the article wasn't totally burning them, but it was just sort of saying, hey, if you really, they quoted Katie Simmons, you know, pipelines for the fucking girls. If it really is like that, then maybe just put them out there on one of those days when the men should be out there on a 8-foot day when it's proper heaving. I know there's been bits and pieces, but the article was alluding to the fact they're still shielding them a little bit when maybe
Yeah.
they shouldn't be.
Well, do you reckon it's the WSL shielding it, or is that the women saying, let's go the men today?
Yeah, I have no
Bit
idea.
of both,
Could
maybe.
be. Yeah,
Who
maybe.
knows?
Who knows who's the surfers rep?
I think at
don't
the
know.
end of the day, though, they were at Pipeline. They
it's
might
not
have
like they're
been
not
the
there.
less
Yep.
sort of premium conditions, but they were still out there. They
Yep.
still got some good barrels. I mean, look at Molly; she was fucking smashing. I mean, she's got a record out there, so she's fine. But yeah, like you say, Tia Grabowski, is it Grabowski?
Yeah.
She was out there getting some good barrels, and yeah, it's
Sophie McCulloch on her comeback from a broken back.
yeah,
was having a
safe.
crack.
Yeah,
That's cool to see.
it's epic, mate. But yeah, they're out there, and Pipeline's still Pipeline. Even at sort of 4 to 5 foot, I think it's probably pretty dicey, especially backdoor. It gets fucking super shallow down the inside.
Yeah, well, it's like some of those breaks are almost nastier when they're a bit smaller because they're
Yeah.
on the reef a bit.
That's right. That's right. Super shallow backdoor, but getting on to the men. Fuck, the Aussies did well, eh?
It was a good one for the Aussies. The Australian Dust Bowl is coming in
Australian
thick and
Dust
hard,
Bowl.
mate. Smothering everything with their good Australian sediment.
Mate, that's what we're going to call it, the Aussie Dust Bowl from now on.
Just a cloud of dust, just smothering everyone in their path.
Cloud of-
Fantastic.
A cloud of grit.
It was, yes, that's what it was.
Cloud
a
of
cloud
grit.
of grit led by none other than the true grit merchant, Callum Robson.
Yeah, Cal.
Mate, the Aussie Dust Bowl
I'll
was
tell you
thick.
what.
Everyone, they couldn't fucking breathe in it, could they? They're choking. They're choking out their competitors.
Do you know how Cal was able to breathe through the cloud of grit? Because he was on a fucking ladder.
Oh, God.
He's on a Bailey's ladder.
Yes, he was. He was
He's up above it.
The Dust Bowl, with just fucking leaning down and just stirring up the dust to
Just-
fucking choke everyone out.
I'll tell you what, he probably put Morgs in like a baby Bjorn and carried him on his chest and
He did.
got through to the final with Morgs on his chest like a little bubba, and they got the job done.
Oh, mate. And good to see Lobby
Yeah,
having
Lobby.
a pretty decent innings. I think he only made it to the semis, but mate, he's looking pretty solid for requalification. Well, I suppose he's in ninth, but he's got some pretty.
Is he ninth or is he 10th? Or
He's ninth. Jacob Wilcox 10th. So we got 5 Aussies in the top 10 at the moment.
yeah, the Aussies.
You'd have to say that George Patar, who had a blinder, is looking pretty safe.
Yep.
And then Oscar Berry in 6, Morgan Siblick in 7, Lobby in 9th,
How's
Wilcox in
Morgs
10.
has just gone from absolutely nowhere.
He rose 7 places.
You
So
beauty.
and then just outside the qualification of 10, you got Cal Robbo and Winter Vincent straight off, so 11 and 12. And then Jordan Lawler, Xavier Husbell in 16, 17. So the Aussies are looking good.
So
And
the
Aussie
the
Dust
crew that
Bowl
don't make
is,
it, they're still going to get a good seed for next year. So yeah, the Aussies.
Yeah.
The only thing that worries
mate, George Patar had a hell fucking comp, didn't he?
Oh fuck, he was just
packing
going
it.
ham.
And it's a pity Jacob didn't make just one more heat. Would have really
Yeah.
put him in a good stead.
Would have for sure.
So one challenger left, going to Newcastle again, which is very strange because it's already been on this calendar year.
It's a weird one.
It's a weird one. He's the defending champ in
He
the
is,
same
yeah.
season.
It really depends on the weight. I mean, Newey's so fickle in terms of it could be fucking 2 foot and rubbish, or it could be
Yeah,
6 foot and peeling down the
peeling down the point.
ladies or whatever it's called. Yeah, it could be. I mean, that was pretty much Chippo conditions last year when he won. It was those reeling rights, and
Yeah.
he was just going bang, bang, bang on his backhand.
Yeah, he looked pretty crispy and vertical in his backhand, didn't he?
Yeah, the one good thing, one good thing for Chippo is that he has a 700 points as his lowest. So make a couple of rounds, he's going to improve on his score.
Yeah, gotcha.
That's
Yep.
one thing that's a bit of a worry for Lobby is that he's had a consistent year, but
Very
his,
consistent.
his lowest score is I think maybe
1,700.
there you go. So he
the
needs to
moment.
make a couple of rounds to improve his score.
And that one, it's got a line through it, so that must mean they must cancel 2 of their scores.
Yeah, two results are cancelled.
Okay,
and
so 'cause,
two
mate,
lowest.
At this stage, Lobby's going to be throwing away possibly a 3-3-20, which is a fucking
Oh,
big
so that's
score
his
from us.
second lowest score.
That's
So
his
that means he
second lowest
needs to
score.
get at least to the round of 32 before he'll improve.
Yeah, right. Yeah. So consistency, but no monsters. That's why he just needed that one. one more heat.
Yep.
But
You'll also
anyway,
find that there'll be quite a bunch of CT surfers trying to get game ready for
you reckon?
the first event going in Newey because it's all Australia from here on in.
Will John Florence be at Newey warming up for fucking the season?
Mate, he'll be sailing around the atolls
A
somewhere.
bit of a little bit sad, isn't it?
It's very sad.
Yeah, I'm
It's
a
very
bit
sad.
sad.
It's depriving the surfing nation of the best surfer in the world on tour. But, you know, John's going to do what John's going to do. He wants to sail around the world, so John's going to do that.
Can't exactly blame him, can you?
Nah, that's what I'd be doing. I
Doesn't
won
need
3
the
world
money.
titles.
Yeah. Yeah.
How many do you need? It's not like you're going to challenge.
7.
Well, it'd be good to get 5, wouldn't it? So you're ahead of MR,
Yep.
second most.
Yep. Yep.
But,
Yeah.
you know,
Mm.
he's got a young family. He's got the sailing bug. He just wants to go surf unexplored environs and, yeah, live his
When
best
the news
life.
broke, I did a Dawny out at The Rock in south coast of Sri Lanka.
There you go.
And I was out there trying to beat the Israelis and whatnot, and yeah, some fella paddled out and we're chatting. I think I was chatting to my French mate, and then another fella, and he's like, "Oh, I just read that before I paddled out. Yeah, spewing, man. I really wanted to watch him come up against Gabby and all that." And I was like, "Yeah, well, you know, same deal. Can't blame him. His business is probably going gangbusters. And he doesn't need the money." And then I looked, and then the guy's like, "Yeah, I get it." And then I looked at him like, "Hold on, are you in a Florence Rashi with a built-in hood there?" And he goes, "Yes, I am." I said, "Well, you're fucking part of the problem, aren't you?"
You're part of the problem.
And he was like, "Oh no, I am. I'm spewing." He was like, "Yeah, he was the reason. I'm blaming that guy, whoever he was. It was his fault."
Where's
for
he from?
buying that Rashi. I can't even remember.
God damn you, mate.
God damn you, international mystery man.
He's a fucking
It's a boy.
spy. He's a
Fucking-
Florence spy.
He was.
God damn you.
Uh,
Yeah,
claiming
T-Bone's partly to blame as well. He loves
yeah,
a bit of
T-Bone's
Florence.
fucking to blame as well. He loves it.
Mate, he loves the brands.
Fuck you, T-Bone.
Loves
Nah,
the brands. Loves the sharp line. He loves the Florence.
He's the big. He's
Board short
He's,
and-
he's a performance individual, isn't he?
He is.
Yeah, yeah.
Still
Um,
got it going on.
Yes, he does. So yeah, that's a bit sad. It would have been good to see a pretty full field, you know, like everyone that was there last year, throwing in your John and Gabby, like pretty
Yeah.
hectic dose that would have came back, but it's not meant to be.
Well, Gabby's there now, obviously. So he's got to be challenging, surely.
Mate, he loves the second half of the year, Gabby.
Yeah.
And is it any surprise? Like, does he even fucking surf? Like when he's not in like, mate,
Who knows?
you don't fucking see anything of him, mate. There's no videos. I don't think there's Instagram. I think I follow him on there, or maybe I don't. I
I
don't
think
know.
he does have an Instagram.
Well, I mean, obviously he has an Instagram, but I
Yeah,
think it's
check-
mostly just
Him at white parties
ironed
and
white shirts with fancy deck shoes and a whole bunch of hot chicks and
hot models.
yeah, and football players and soccer players and all the rest of it.
Oh, you wouldn't believe that. I just opened up Instagram and look,
No way. So he's snowboarding.
seriously,
Yeah.
Gabriel Medina.
That
first
is
thing
pretty
that comes
that,
up.
mate. That phone is fucking listening
Are
to
you
us.
kidding me?
Obviously, there's no
Yeah.
doubt. It's
Do you reckon, well, I was going to say, do you reckon the phone doesn't listen to you? It fucking does,
oh, it
clearly.
definitely does. That was pretty obvious.
Wow.
So I mean, is there any surf clips there at all from the last fucking few months? Like just-
There's one here where he's doing some weights and then he's in like a wave garden wave pool doing a big old backhand rote.
But for a man who's multiple world champion and one of the greatest surfers on the planet, and he has a year off, surely there's a fucking 10-minute video to be had somewhere, isn't there? Like, is he just not into it that much?
Well, you think so? Is a little edit on Instagram, but yeah, who knows, mate? Well, he's certainly not prolific in terms of putting out content, is he?
No. Maybe
This
he
is
likes
him
to, maybe he's
surfing-
surfing his brains out and just keeping it secret.
Well, I think everywhere he goes to be a filmer. Oh, geez, that's a massive frontside rote. This is a clip of him somewhere about 3 weeks ago, and he's belting it and getting barreled and stuff.
Okay.
It looks like it might be Brazil,
Okay.
which makes sense because that's where he's from.
Yeah.
But all right, mate. Who's going to win the men's world title this year?
Oh, Jack Robinson's an easy answer.
Easy answer.
Yep. Easy.
I agree.
Jago's, his sparring partner. He's set the tone for him, and now it's Robbo's turn.
Yeah, I think that's probably spot on the money, mate.
I like it.
It's he's just got to get a decent start to the year and then get the 1.5 points at Pipeline. He's got it in the bag, surely.
Surely.
Who's going to be in the top 5 this year?
Yago.
Yeah, Yago. Yeah, well, Yago may get a bit of a
The old
hangover.
hangover, you reckon?
Yeah.
I think, who knows with Gabby, man, far
That's
out.
a beer.
Yeah, I need one. I'll go away West Coast IPA, please. You should try one of the Cheeky Monkey Southwest Coast Pilsners. I will. Yeah, Gabby's a hard one because he's just such a misto, man, in terms of surfing. I'd like to think Ethan Ewing is going to be up there. It's a pretty packed field, isn't it? Atalo, I don't think Atalo's going to be threatening. He'll have moments where he's just high flying, but yeah, I can't. To the right there somewhere. Those green ones. Yeah. And mates, yeah, I don't know. Who else? What do you think? Who's going to be in there?
Well, I kind of think it's going to be similar to last year.
I don't think Geordie's going to be in the top 5 again this year. I think last year was his year. I can't see him pulling that off again.
Yeah. So, no, I don't think so either. I think Yago, Jack, Robbo. I think Griffin's going to be fired up. Griffin Colapinto. I think Gabby will be there. So maybe even 6, like Jack Robinson, Ethan Ewing, Yago Dora, Gabriel Medina, Griffin Colapinto, and Felipe Toledo.
Yeah, except Philippe's going to struggle if Pipe's got any size to dominate the 1.5 times the points.
All right, and what about the ladies? It's an interesting year. We've got Carissa back. We've got Steph back. We've got Sally back on tour. And we've also got the whippersnappers, the young girls. We've got, Katie and Molly are both there. They're kind of veterans now, but they're both pretty young still. They're under 25, I think. And then the Tias and the Erin Brooks and all those crew. It's going to be a really good year for the women.
I feel like Molly and Katie will be the front runners.
I agree.
I feel like Carissa will bring a bit of veterinary power. Veterinary? That's yeah, that's the one.
Veteran
power. But I don't think she will be there all the way to the end. I don't think Steph, as much as I think she's one of the most graceful surfers on the planet, I don't think she's going to threaten for a world title. Erin Brooks maybe might grow into her body a little more and maybe threaten.
She's tiny still, huh? Small.
Yep. Tyler Wright will charge a bit, but doesn't have that next level technology in her.
She'll have a inconsistent year. She may even win an event, but she'll have a couple of 17ths as well.
I just can't, mate. It's just there's a difference between the Molly, Katie, Erin, Betty Lou, and then obviously a couple of new ones coming on. That's where it's at. They're the ones that are going to be vying for the world title because they've got it in every condition.
What about Gabby Bryan?
Yeah, well, obviously she's pretty strong, strong-legged woman.
Be interesting to see how the judges judge her hook that she does this year because they know it now.
They've seen it,
and it's powerful and it's crazy and all the rest of it, but it's no longer. Oh wow! Look at that shit. That's amazing. So it'd be interesting to see what happens there.
I don't think Sally will threaten the top 5 as much as we love Sally as an Aussie battler. She's not on the same level as those guys. Sorry, T-Bone. So I'm gonna.
He's gonna be coming for you.
Oh no, we've been ripping into him. It's easy to do when he's not here, isn't it?
It is. T-Bone, you're a fucking wally, man.
Yeah, I could beat you in jiu-jitsu, T-Bone.
Fucking get you on the mats, mate.
Yeah, I'll tie you up like a pretzel.
Do you know who's better at jiu-jitsu than you, T-Bone? Was
Anyone.
and was.
Mate,
I reckon Was gets super angry on the mat, so
you reckon?
fuck yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
Can be an angry man. Sorry, Was, just joking, mate. No, not really.
Mate. Yeah. I know, it's going to be good. It's going to be entertaining.
Yeah.
Pretty excited. But I'm thinking Molly is going to go back to back.
Yeah, I just can't. I mean, I do think Steph's going to go well because she's got, rights akimbo.
Yeah, but they cut J-Bay for a big dirty barreling. Oh, not a barreling left, but a big long peeling left.
Yeah.
So there's one of her heats comps.
I think she's fine on her backhand. It's just big backhand barrels that she's not at
Yep.
perhaps the same level as a couple of
Been a
those.
few years though too, man.
Yeah.
So who knows?
She might have been just going, you know what, Felipe Toledo fucking blew it by not spending his year out just charging reef passes. So I'm going to do it.
Yep. Or she might have gone, I'm just going to go cruising, ride 42-litre twin fins and drink heaps of cheeky monkey.
And play guitar,
Yeah, play guitar.
sing songs, and
Yeah.
started tequila.
And just rip right into some medicinal.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Maybe she did that. Who knows?
hopefully she did.
Spent the time on the north coast of New South Wales, out in the hinterland there, and
just sorting out her sore back.
just get some mushrooms into you and
Yeah.
having a good old time.
Yep, found enlightenment. And we'll end up just paddling from Snapper straight out to sea towards John's boat. just cut him off in
Just
a
got a little-
Pacific island.
Little beacon on a board.
Yeah.
John, where are you, John? It's all right, Steph, I'm coming.
Yeah.
I've got a brand new puzzle for you. Ooh.
Steph would go.
Steph will go.
Yep.
Yeah, so, all right. You reckon Molly, I reckon Molly.
Yep. Looks like we're in
I
agreement here.
reckon Jack Robbo.
Oh, how good does that sound? Robbo and just double Aussie.
Robbo
world
and our
champ.
Molly. Yeah.
Oh, mate, sounds good.
Epic. Let's do it.
Sounds pretty
Let's
good.
make it happen.
Yep. So when's our next comp? The Newcastle one, mate. Feels weird not having a CT at Pipe to watch because of the way.
Yeah.
I keep thinking something's coming up, and I'm just like, fuck this, mate. There's no CT until bloody April.
Yeah, that's right.
Ages away.
But I mean, as far as the WSL is concerned, a lot of faults there, obviously, but I reckon having the Changa was a fucking good thing because it sort of
Yep.
didn't replace the CT there, but it certainly
Filled
brought
the
a bit of eyeballs to the Challenger Series. So,
Yep.
yeah, good choice, Ryan Crosby.
Yeah.
All right, mate. So let's talk about, you've been watching a little bit of videos and stuff.
Oh yeah.
We're going to make this one a reasonably short one, but yeah.
Yeah.
Tell me about you watched the tell me.
Oh, mate, I watched the Tension 11, I think it was, the bodyboarding movie that had about 20 years in between 10
Whitey.
and 11.
Yep.
Chris White, he's been filming and taking photos and doing all sorts of stuff, being pretty active in that period. He was, for those that don't know,
Ninja Warrior and all that.
all that stuff. Mate, he was massive in the early 2000s, late 90s, early 2000s. Those tension bodyboarding videos, they really struck a chord with a lot of bodyboarders, Australia in particular, that maybe didn't have a voice. And it was, Jackass around that area, around that same era as Jackass, and it was bodyboarding cross Jackass, and mate, it was pretty funny, and it was pretty successful. It set him up for life. Those videos, they were a big deal, and they were pretty cool. And they made some household names of some charging bodyboarders. And then one reason or another, it was 20 years has gone past, and then he's just made the new one. And I watched it, and it was fucking awesome. It was very entertaining. They obviously charged crazy fucking waves, and it was a bit of a throwback as well. And then obviously he had that weird wave that he found out in the middle of the ocean.
Oh, that one that just breaks on the reef around it.
Yeah, and just explodes.
Yeah,
it was
weird.
fucking bizarre. And, I watched the extended bit where he was talking just about that specific wave. And, mate, it's like 60 kilometres off the coast or something. It's a long – and that's off a coast that is in the middle of nowhere to start with. It's not like 60 Ks off the coast of Sydney. It's like 60 Ks off a coast that is an 8-hour drive from any major city, and then another.
Which is the most remote major city in the world.
Yeah, it's just fucking so far out there. And he was saying it took a whole tank of fuel in the jet ski just to get there. So
Fucking
you got to obviously, you need a whole tank to get back, and then so he must have just been full of jerry cans. His jet ski. He's gone out and filmed that, so that was pretty cool, man. It was pretty good. And the lid's going mad. All those crazy flips and shit they do. Jesus, imagine if you did one of those big air revs where you spin and you land on your guts, just fucking oof after mate 3 meters in the air. You wouldn't walk for days, would you?
Wouldn't be fun.
Well, mate,
Mate, I'd just compress my back. So I wouldn't surf for a fucking year.
it would be so fucked up your back, wouldn't it?
Well, that's part of the reason I've had back issues, because I went bodyboarding at Bunny Mountain one time.
Yeah,
just grabbed my daughter's boogie board and went out there and just got fucking scorpioned. And pretty much touched my toes and my hands the wrong way.
Yeah.
And just went, oh fuck, I've done something there.
Yeah. You just moved a vertebrae.
So yeah, don't bodyboard, kids.
Yeah. So no, that was cool, man. It was cool.
Yeah.
It was good. It's
Nice
worth
one.
watching, and good soundtrack, and it was awesome. And then a few throwbacks to like, his old vid back in the day. So it was cool.
Yeah, sick.
It was good because they fucking tension was responsible for a lot of discoveries. The right being one of them. I mean, we had Chatty Jackson in here for an in-depth interview a few years ago, and that was with Chris Wright. It was for tension. They were the first guys to take on the right and Cyclops and all this sort of shit.
It's one of the most radical injury story you've ever heard about in surfing.
Yeah.
Go back and check that Chatty Jackson episode out, because it's a fucking crazy, mental story.
Yeah, it's so scary what they did, and that's what they were doing back in the day. So you got to doff the cap, don't you?
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Yeah. So no, it's worth a watch. That was
Doffable.
cool.
Yeah.
And
what was the
then-
other one you had to look at?
Noadine, Stimulant. Man, that guy's been busy. He's made like 3 movies this
He's
year or
a
something.
busy lad, isn't he?
Busy lad. Some really nice, super slow mo aerials that almost look like the 12 Apostles or something in Vico or something.
Yeah, okay.
And just really cool, mate. A couple of airs where they were shot from the water and just in their positioning and that, mate. He was just fucking flying through the clear blue sky, super slow mo, really cool. Big airs and really well filmed and scenic and stuff. And then just mad pits.
He's a good barrel rider, huh?
Oh, crazy big pits.
Got to be one of the best.
Ledging, gnarly pits. And a bit of length to it. So, pretty fucking sick, man. Yeah, Russell Bjerke making a few guest appearances. Those guys are really 2 peas in a pod, those cats, aren't they?
Oh, mate. Charges. I don't know if Russell Bjerke's got the air game that Noah Dean has, but fuck, he's good. They're both unbelievable.
Yeah.
Just no fear at all and take on those slabby wedges.
Mate, I could happily watch many, many more movies of those two teaming up and going and charging big waves over the next few years.
Yeah. Keep bringing it on, Noah Dean.
Couldn't think of anything better to watch, really.
Yeah, I love watching him surfing. He's one of those guys that's almost like that Dane Reynolds style.
Yeah.
When Dane Reynolds was at his peak, it's just such incredibly entertaining surfing to watch.
Yep. And if he's teaming up with Bjerke, fucking happy days.
What a combo.
What a combo. Fantastic.
Fuck yeah.
So, there are a few things that spring to mind. How about you? You been watching any clips?
I've just been watching the Kelly Slater Stab in the Dark,
Oh, yeah, I'm getting around to it.
which is pretty funny, actually.
Is it?
Just
Can imagine there'd be some insights going on, wouldn't there?
Matt Biolis, obviously just chirping like a fucking maniac.
Yeah.
Just seems like a bit of a chirper. I'll leave it there as far as that's concerned. But yeah, him and Darren Hanley and Channel Islands, what's his name?
Merrick.
Britt Merrick and all the rest of it. And Kelly Slater just doesn't give a fuck. It's like, that one's gone, that shit. Just, no sort of hesitation in
Yeah.
feelings or anything. It's
No.
that's fucked. That's gone, sort of thing. But yeah, it's only up to the 3rd episode now, so we'll see what happens there.
It might be me tonight if I stay up past the kids. Which
Past the kids.
on the 3rd IPA here might not happen.
Looking very unlikely, to be perfectly honest.
Oh, shit.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's move on to the Clive I was about to say Clive Count. The Clive Palmer Cup.
The Clive Cunty Cup.
Got any nominations, mate?
Mate, I got a good one.
You.
I was down at the local fucking landscape supplies in a small country town in the southwest of West Australia.
As you do.
And if you spent more than $100, you go in the chance to win a Yeti cooler box. The same fucking Yeti cooler that if you're in the top 20 surfers in the world and manage to paddle out at Pipeline.
I was wondering if this was a Clive Palmer or Steve Irwin.
No, it's a Clive Palmer. Mate, so you're in the top 20 surfers in the world. You go out to this incredibly dangerous location and manage to somehow get a perfect 10, and your reward is the same as going down to the local fucking soils place and buying some gravel, and you can win the same prize. And I thought, that's not right. That can't be right. Fucking hell, are you kidding me? I just scored a perfect 10 at Pipeline in a CT, and I won a fucking Yeti cooler, and Adzy won one down at the landscape supplies because he bought some gravel.
Didn't Carl Robson put his Yeti Esky on eBay?
Did he?
I think so.
Mate.
Or maybe Marketplace or something.
Oh, fucking hell.
Get a couple $100 out of this.
I thought that was I think that's a bit lame. They need to change that shit.
I don't think
It's got to be
doing
it's got to be a Yeti cooler with frickin' 10 grand cash in it.
Exactly.
It's for $1,000 for each of the points that you got on the way. Like, you can't win the same prize at your local landscaping supplies as you should for a perfect 10.
Never a truer word spoken, mate.
Mate, fucking
That
hell.
is unbelievable. Classic.
Yep.
What else you got?
What else have I got? The Christmas period. Not having bin men anymore. Remember when we grew up in 80s Australia and there was no automated arm coming out of the track?
Actual people jumping out of the truck,
jumping off.
throwing it
No, mate,
back.
the stories that some of those bin men would have had from your average fucking weekend down the local tavern after they'd knocked off for the week. Like, it was it was an institution. And everyone used to leave a six-pack out on top of the bins.
Yep.
Imagine how much piss those guys used to get at Christmas time.
Oh, mate.
They would have had to go back to the depot like every
That's the whole
fucking
year.
Yeah, that was
Sort it out.
fucking-
They didn't buy beers for a year.
Oh, mate. And I thought about it about 4 days after, and I was like, you know what I'm doing next year? I'm fucking putting a six-pack out for my bin man. Even though he doesn't jump out anymore, I'm bringing it back because I remember as a kid, and it was a great thing, seeing the joy on those binmen's face when they just were loading up the piss.
Oh, shit. Another six-pack.
Another six, man. They would have been, yeah. So I think that's a Clive, that there's no bin men and no beers left out for him at Christmas anymore.
Well, I left out a 4-pack of Cheeky Monkeys for on my bin.
Did ya?
Yeah.
This Christmas?
Yeah.
You fucking legend.
So the guy would have had to get out of his truck.
Yeah, he's like,
probably like, oh,
he's
fuck.
probably like, oh, fuck. He
I can't
probably
be
used the
bothered.
arm to just knock it off the top. And he's like, I'm going to be fucked getting out.
He's got a little claw thing that he extends out of his truck and
Maybe
picks up
they
the
have a
six-pack.
beer claw. Yeah, a little mini claw just for Christmas time.
Straight into his Yeti cooler that he won at the local gravel place. You beauty.
Oh, fucking oath.
I
Yeah.
never got a 10 in a CT, but I went to the gravel place and I got a fucking Yeti, mate.
Yeah. All right. So you left a 4-pack out for the bin man.
Yeah, I do every year.
Oh, you're a fucking champion. I'm doing it next year.
Well, I just figure it's just something you've always done, right?
Well, it's part of Australian culture, which
Yeah.
unfortunately is fucking waning at the moment. Let's not go down that path, but fucking hell. It's not like the 80s.
There's some Wane.
There's
that's
a
for
lot
sure.
of Wayne. I don't like it. I'm bringing
Fountains
back,
of Wayne.
Yeah, they are, man. So let's bring back beers for the fucking
Yeah.
for the bin man.
Let's just bring all that stuff back bit
Yep.
by bit.
All that good stuff.
Stop this social media shit.
Yep.
Put beers out for the bin man.
Yep.
You know?
I've got another one here. I can't even remember writing this one down, but I must have been fucking angry about something over the Christmas period. All I've got is thin towels. How shit's a thin towel?
Oh, thin towels.
Thin towels. They're fucking shit house, aren't they?
Terrible.
They're not satisfying at all. They don't do the
Terrible.
job. And you're probably wondering, why is this still in my artillery? Why haven't I thrown it out yet or given it to the dog?
And these companies that try to put on these little thin things that aren't even towels. As towels.
Yeah, those things.
We won't mention any names, but
No.
you know what I mean. It's
Yeah,
like a
they think
sarong,
it's-
essentially. It's
Yeah,
just
yeah.
no absorbency whatsoever.
Yeah, see, I don't even think I had one of them. It was just a standard thin
Just a
towel.
shit
that was
old
just,
towel.
It was just not thick enough that
Fucking
it just
shit
fucking
towels.
didn't dry me off properly, and I was angry enough to write down a note. Fuck thin towels. You've been nominated for a Clive Palmer.
Fuck the thin towels, yeah.
So
There you go.
Anyway, not like the Shark Eyes hoodie towel.
No,
Mate, thick and lush.
rippers.
Thick and lush.
Like a
Yep.
shag pole carpet.
Yeah, exactly. In the back of a Sandman in the
Oh,
late 70s.
Tell you what.
Yeah, that shit's drying you off. What do you got in the way of Clives?
Well, yeah, so my fucking hell, what's it called? My Clive Palmer Cup nomination is I went for a little sneaky lunchtime surf on Wednesday this week, just down to our local wave that we surf quite a bit.
Yeah.
And it was very, very similar to the week before. And I just had a situation where this particular surfer had been over at the other break, paddled over to where I was surfing. I'd also been over the other break, but I've been waiting a while. And this particular person thought that she had priority, even though she just paddled across from the other break. So I was saying to my mate who I went surfing with, so what do you know about that person that was because he was talking to her and stuff, and he said, yeah, she's kind of okay, but she doesn't really understand, some of the unwritten rules of surfing.
Regulations.
I went, oh, yes, because she was over at the other break, paddled across to where we were, and was sort of expecting to have priority. It was like 6 or 8 out the back, whatever. It was, not a massive day, but it was a bit of solid, probably 4 or 5 foot. So we talked about that, and then we went on Wednesday this week. Lo and behold, she paddles. I was over at the other break, paddled back over to the other one. She was over at the other one as well, and then paddled back over to where I was. I've been waiting for a fair while for a wave, and I got a set, and I just went, I'm going. I'm in the spot. Thinking, because she was next to me, I was thinking, mate, she might go right because it's kind of a peak.
Yep.
And I went on the wave. It was a pretty good one. And I thought, that'll do me. And, put my bat in my kit bag and thought, I'm off.
Yep.
Up the stairs.
Yeah.
My mate comes in and he goes, oh, so old mate was saying that you dropped in on her.
Yeah.
I went, fuck off.
Yeah.
So let it be known, if you paddle across from another break, you do not.
You don't get.
You have to wait your fucking turn.
Wait your bloody turn.
Wait your turn.
Yep.
I was just like, are you serious?
So you need to go back next Wednesday, obviously, for round 3 and finalise the situation. Report back to us.
So it's like, number one, she paddled across from the other break thinking that she could just go the first wave. Number two, she's not even fucking from here, mate.
Oh, that
She's
old
from New
chestnut.
Zealand.
Oh, right. Yeah, well,
Thickest South Island accent you've ever heard.
Okay.
Anyway, that's my Clive Palmer.
Yep.
But I reckon we're going to give it to the Yeti
You got it.
situation. You
Jesus,
beauty.
mate.
All right.
Okay, so moving on to the positives.
Yes.
The Steve Irwin salute. Double thumbs up
Double thumbs up.
to anyone or
Your
anything.
khaki safari suit, Steve Irwin salute. What have you got, mate?
Mate, I've got a couple here, mate. I've got summer holidays with the kids.
Yeah, it's pretty good, isn't
Just
it?
a good vibe all around.
Yeah.
Everyone's letting their hair down and spending lots of time at the beach.
Kids
and
are happy.
swimming and body surfing, and it's pretty good times. Mate, I've also got some Indian guy at the local Siesta Park Vibe petrol station. Same
Yeah.
deal, middle of summer holidays, was in there one reason or another. And there's a caravan park out the back, and this Indian guy was working behind the till, and it was like this group of kids who must have been staying at the caravan park, and you could just tell they were milling around the shop, and they all had a few coins in their hand. They had a bit of pocket money that they were going to blow on some afternoon lollies,
Yeah.
And anyway, the older ones had gone and done their thing, and then there's this one younger one, probably like maybe 5 or something, maybe. Super cute little girl with a little treasure box, little wooden treasure box that she had her coins in, and mate, she had no idea of what she was buying, how much it was or whatever. She's bought some lollies and just gently put this little treasure box up on the counter for this guy to just help himself to. So he opens it up, takes a few coins. I'm watching him, and then he just gives her the lollies and then just puts all her coins back in. Didn't charge her anything.
Oh,
And
you
I
beauty.
don't know. Just there was something about it that just there was a lot about the situation that I really liked. It was like it was reminiscent of an 80s holiday for myself back in the day. At
It's
a
not like the
caravan
Wonder
park.
Years, but
Summer
in Australia.
Yeah, it was like Wonder Years. It was. It was like Kevin and fucking Winnie having a
Winnie.
little, mate. And there was just, they were obviously caravan park and holiday. They had some little money. They'd probably been at the beach all day and they were running over to buy some lollies and.
I love that idea of a treasure box too.
Yeah, there was the
So
treasure box
sick.
that got me. It was.
Yeah,
It wasn't just like a little purse. It was and she's just giving him the whole treasure chest. She's like, I don't
Here it
know.
is.
She fucking doesn't know what's in there. And
I don't know if there's money in there. There might be fucking earrings. There
it
might
could
be a couple of shells.
it's probably just
Do
anything.
your worst, mate.
So he take it out and mate, she had no idea. She thinks she paid for it, and I just liked it, and I gave him a heads up, and I was just like, mate, nice work. It was a bit of
Gave him a
Christmas
little nod.
spirit. Yeah, I gave him the nod, and I let him know I knew what he did because she didn't, and I liked it. I liked it. So,
I reckon he sounds like the kind of bloke that wasn't really looking for a bit of acknowledgement, but I'm sure he would appreciate a little nod there, mate.
yeah,
So-
yeah, no. So that was good. Mates, what else have I got? Fucking, for some reason, I must have been really infatuated with my wheelie bins over Christmas because I was just like, mate, wheelie bins, how good are they? They're like no tip runs. When I first moved in out here, I used to have to do tip runs. Mate.
yeah, yeah.
I used to take all my rubbish down the tip.
Mate, you got enough work to do on a bit of rural property.
I know.
You don't have to want to worry about your bins.
Bloody tip runs. And, mate, they're bulletproof, those things. What can't a fucking wheelie bin do? Like, they're that strong. Like, mate, you can store bodies in them.
Use them for stumps in cricket.
Stumps. Mate, I know, I didn't even think of this, but I remember a certain man who I won't name right now, but one of our good friends who used to really like big waves and was a natural footer and had curly hair. No, it's okay. Mate, and he used to love driving into people's wheelie bins in Dunsborough Lakes in the early 2000s on the way home from the pub for shits and giggles. And one of his neighbours had obviously got sick of him driving into his bin and he filled it up with water. And old mate drove his Sigma into the said bin with a bit of speed and, completely ruined his car.
Who are we talking about?
No, I can't.
Name it.
No, I won't name it.
All right, tell me after.
One of the lads. And so, mate, wheelie bins, they're beasts. People have grown medicinal plants in them, they're, from what I've heard.
Multi-purpose.
They're multi-purpose. They're great. They're strong as, mate. Like, they don't break easy.
They don't. I mean, they
Mate,
last for years and years, don't
We
they?
used one on a building site. We had a dewatering issue. We chopped the bottom off a wheelie bin, dug a big hole, stuck it in there and put a submersible pump in the middle of it.
Boom.
Pumped water out, boom. Wheelie bins. How
Wheelie
good.
bins.
Yeah. So there you go.
Bring it on.
Yeah. All right.
What a nice little invention.
Mate, and then the last one is a good thing, but it was definitely a bit more of a not quite as off the cuff jesting humour as a wheelie bin. Just after Christmas, couple of days after Christmas, I was lucky enough to go for a surf with a couple of good friends. One of those friends was Hamish Gibson, Gibbo.
Yep.
And it was his last surf on this planet. And Ducky joined me, the old duck sauce. Nathan DeCass, who's a hard-charging lidder from back in the day. And we were all mates, and we met down at a very soft local wave. And Gibbo's dad, Billy, was there, and we sort of teed it up. I was like, mate, I think the waves will be okay for a little surf today. To be fair, the entry in and out is not great at this spot. It's a bit rocky. But the waves itself were quite soft, and I thought, Gibbo was he was pretty struggling by this stage with cancer. I didn't realise quite how frail he was, but he was pretty frail.
Yep.
And anyway, we went down there, and it was summer holidays, so it was a bit crowded. And mate, he was struggling to get down the steps, and he was really lacking energy and power. But me and Ducky and Billy, we got him out there. We pushed him through the whitewater, and we all just rode like mini mals and fun boards, pretty fat wave. And mate, we just sat out there, and we sort of sat down the line, and it was mate. Ducky is a fucking maniac bodyboarder who's broken his neck and back, and spent a couple of years in a wheelchair due to said charging of slabs and stuff. So he's sort of struggling as well a bit, and he finds it hard to walk on the beach, but he's out there on a mal having a crack as well. So I'm out there with me two mates, and I'm just like, Jesus, we're the walking wounded here. You know, Gibbo's, you know, pretty sick from cancer. And anyway, but what did occur to me that, you know, after all these years of surfing and in your, you know, in your early years of striving to push each other and your peers maybe egging you on, you know, and then getting into that realm of maybe late 20s or early 20s or whatever, when you're trying to reach levels of performance, either against either your friends or just within yourself. You know, there's times, I guess, as you get a bit older and you have a family, and surfing can almost become a selfish pursuit in terms of career and family, how much time it takes when you become a really dedicated surfer like us guys and most of our listeners would be. I would imagine how much time is involved in trying to get a wave and trying to find a good surf, and the selfish desire that comes with that. So it just sort of made me think about all those things. And then to be at this final point with Gibbo and Ducky when we're not that old, but, you know, we're almost 50, and, man, you know, one's got a broken back and the other one's, you know, got serious cancer, and we're out there, and we weren't out there to perform. We weren't out there to push each other. We weren't out there from a selfish desire. We were out there to share one last surf, which we didn't say it, but we sort of knew that this is probably our last surf with Gibbo.
Yeah.
And we were out there in between the Christmas, New Year's period. Mate, we didn't care about how many waves. We just wanted to get one wave each. Billy was dominating the fucking lineup, as he did as a sprightly 72-year-old. And, you know, he got the best. He was up the point, so we all got to sat there as a group as we sat wide and watched Billy do his thing, come cruising down the line with a nice style, and we cheered him on. And it just gave me this really overwhelming feeling of camaraderie, that surfing has many different faces and maybe different phases through your life. But in the long game, I feel like the camaraderie of just going for a surf with your mate, regardless of the conditions or your personal performance on the day, was really special. It was like, it was like a full circle. And, mate, it was a full circle for me because, funnily enough, Billy and Gibbo, Hamish, took me for my first ever surf down south. I grew up in Perth, and I met them when I was 13 at school, and I went down for holidays, and they took me for my first ever surf down south. And I thought it was really ironic that I took Gibbo for his last surf, and, man, I had to push him through the whitewater to get him out. Like I sort of helped him have his last surf, and that was pretty special, you know, for me and for Ducky as well, and for Billy. And mate, unfortunately, he passed away about a week later. So that was his last surf, and yeah, it was pretty special. And just that the resonating feeling I had from that was just the joy that we all had on the beach, sitting out, mate. We all got one wave each. It didn't matter. It was sitting out in the lineup, taking in the view of the coastline, being in the water, watching Billy steam down the line and having a laugh at how Ducky couldn't fucking stand up and Gibbo could barely paddle. And it was irrelevant, man. It was this lasting feeling of connectivity between friends in the ocean. It was pretty special for me personally. So hopefully everyone can take something away from that sometimes you get pretty worked up in the surf, and especially maybe when you're in your 20s and there's a bit more testosterone pushing around and that, but the longevity of surfing, hopefully within yourself, is to just enjoy those moments, you know? So that was a pretty massive, Steve, for me.
Fuck, that's huge, mate.
Yeah.
Absolutely huge.
Yeah.
I can see the emotion as well.
It was pretty tough.
Yeah, it really hit a lot of people really hard, Gibbo's passing. And yeah, he was actually my daughter's teacher when she was in high school, and I had to give her the news over the phone. She's over in Canada snowboarding, and she just fucking crumpled, you know. It was one of the hardest phone calls I've ever had to make. And yeah, just hearing you talk about that, it's the essence of surfing, right? That's why we all started to do it, because it's one of the funnest things you can do.
And I think when you start surfing, it's almost like I'm full circle. When we started surfing, it was never about trying to do this or trying to do that. You were just fucking around having fun with your friends, right? Like I'm looking at my kids now. The more of their mates they can fit on one wave is like the better.
Yep.
If you can get 3 of your mates on the one wave, then that's the best wave you're catching all day.
Party waves.
The party waves. And I've already been aware over the last year, just going, I'm not looking forward to them progressing from this stage because it's just so much fun right now.
Yep.
And then obviously we've been through all that, decades of where it takes you. And man, like, fuck, I still want to challenge myself a little bit and still want to try to get some good waves, and I'm still a bit competitive in a good lineup.
We all do. I think that's just human nature.
But at the end of the day, it was pretty nice to know that it was more than that on the table,
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's incredible words, mate.
Yeah.
We're going to finish this one off, but do you want to read this out for us, mate?
Yeah. Mate, I've got one other pretty cool thing,
Yeah.
but we will come back to that. In that same period, I think it was the very next day. It was the next day, actually, funnily enough. This huge Malibu that you can see here.
I can see it. How could I miss it?
It's a proper old one. It's 1962 or something like that. It's a pig, fucking pig. Like before Mal's got good. I've got this Uncle Doug. He is 84. I have not seen him since about 1985. Went and visited him in Darwin. Haven't seen him since. He had this board and he sent it to me about 15, 20 years ago saying, I'm in Darwin. I want you to have my old board. I heard you like old boards and collect them. Can I send it down to you? I'm like, yeah, cool as, man. So he sent it down to me
If you can.
15, 20 years ago. It sat in my shed collecting dust. And then this Christmas, him and his sons and stuff came down and his wife. Mate, I literally haven't seen him in 40 years. And my cousins, uncles, I just haven't seen them, right? I guess it's the goodness of Christmas, summer holidays, right? Like I'm not religious, but I do like the whole thing where you catch up with people. Yeah, catch-ups, right? So anyway, they come down and they stay for a few days and he's like, mate, can I see the board? I'm like, fucking oath you can see the board. And then I all of a sudden felt guilty.
Yeah, I looked after it.
No, well, it's just in the back shed. It's covered in dust. It's got fishing rods on it and stuff, because I've got
Covered in Aussie grit.
it's covered in Cal Robbo's Aussie Dust Bowl grit is what it was. And mate, I'm not short of surfboards, as you are well aware. So I didn't have the need to, bust this thing out. But I all of a sudden was like, fuck, I should have seen this coming and I should have maybe pulled it out and cleaned it off. But anyway, as we're looking at it, he's stoked. He doesn't care. Like, it's too big to fit in here, It's fucking huge. It's like 10 foot. And anyway, as we're looking at it on like the 27th of December or whatever, all of a sudden it's occurred to me, I need to fucking ride this thing in front of him tomorrow morning. And I'm like, it's going to be small. We'll go down to the local main break. We'll get up early before all the crowds hit. I'm like, mate, when was the last thing this thing was in the water? He said he moved to Papua New Guinea in 64.
Fucking hell.
Took it with him or it went somewhere. Has not been in the water since 64.
Wow.
64, man. So that's
60 years.
60 years.
61 years.
60 years, mate.
Wow.
He hasn't surfed that. And then he moved, got posted to Darwin, and the board just stayed with him until like 03 or 04 when he sent it to me. So it's been out of the water for 60 years. He hasn't surfed in 60 years. I haven't seen him in 40 years. And I'm like, mate, let's get up early tomorrow morning. We'll go down the local main break. It's going to be small and offshore. I wore my Stewie Kennedy WSL Margie's rashies just in case it was crowded so he could see me. He's 84, so I put me rashie on. I get down there, I'm waxing it up. We're all having a laugh. Like his son and his granddaughter are there and I paddled out and caught 3 little left-handers down the reef near the rocks there, and it was fucking horrible board to ride. It was terrible. It's got those real weird rails that go really thin.
I can see it from
They're
here.
like pointy, thin rails.
It's like a normal sized deck, and then it's like almost looks like a 45-degree angle down to the rails.
Yeah, it's fucking horrible. And
Crazy.
the egg-shaped deck just to try to make you fall off. The huge D fin right on the tail, on the fin, like it got caught in the white water once. I couldn't get it out. But anyway, mate, he was stoked. His son, who doesn't surf, paddled, he's like 50-something, paddled around in the lagoon on it and, I thought that was a pretty cool little summer surf
fuck yeah.
adventure.
That's epic.
So that was a Steve Irwin for just the general history and of one particular board and
What
and
sort
some
of,
family.
is it a brand that you know, the board?
No logos, nothing.
logos.
Billy Gibson looked at it and went, "This is a backyardie."
No idea.
Yeah, no idea. It's made out of like boat fiberglass. The fiberglass is so thick you can see it, like the strands of fiber. It's
No way.
Yeah. So yeah, that's cool. Mate, did you have Steve's?
No, mate, I'm going to leave it with your Gibbo
Okay.
story. I think that's all we need to really cover today as far as
Well,
that's concerned.
Gibbo was a North Point aficionado, and middle of summer, his memorial goes down January 19th, and wouldn't you know it, fucking North Point just absolutely came to life, and not just like it had a couple of steps. It was fucking raging, and monster raging swell that I was like, yeah, I'm going to go try to catch one for Gibbo. Mate, it was fucking like 15 foot, constant wash-throughs. Like, mate, I'm talking,
No, it's closeouts to centres.
yeah, just these things at centres that were breaking so far out from North Point. I went to surf South Point, and because it was actually pretty windy as well. Like there was sick waves on offer, but mate, it was no easy feat.
Mate, it's
it was
hectic when it's glassy,
mate,
let alone
yeah.
10 foot plus and windy as fuck.
Oh, mate. And there was swells breaking about 150 metres out from where everyone was sitting, 100 to 150 metres out. And I don't know how big they were, but they were 15 to 18 foot. They looked like Waimea breaking out there and then just reeling into the middle of the way, these big deep water wally right-handers and just steaming through 10-foot walls of white water through the lineup. And me and Ducky watched, and Ducky used to be up for it, but he's not quite up for it. And I was like, mate, I've been drinking beers all freaking Christmas holidays. I don't think I'm up for it. So I went out to Southburn and surfed the Gibbo swell, or the Hamish swell, as people call it, there. And I saw Billy surfing huzzers, and, it was a pretty rare event to have a swell of that magnitude in the middle of summer.
Middle of
And
January,
it was pretty uncanny that it happened to be at his memorial, which was in the park in the middle of Gracetown there. So, so that was pretty special. Mates, I think we should finish with an ode to Gibbo. This is something that he penned. He was actually really a smart guy.
Super smart dude.
Super smart dude. And he had a lust for life and a lust for WA in particular.
Yeah.
He didn't travel much because he got everything he needed out of up north and down south. That was his thing. Anyway, he says in later years he ended up being a guide for Gene Hardy and Cape to Cape tracks, and he was pretty passionate about that because he knew a lot about the flora and fauna and was pretty into Indigenous history and stuff as well. So he says when we walk through Budja, we are part of its story, and within that forest of narratives, intertwined are the individual brilliances that remind us of the miracle we call life. All we have to do is take the time to interact with the natural world, step outside and take a few deep breaths at sunrise, take in all the different colours of the morning sky as it lights up the day. Take a bushwalk, go surfing. Love, Hamish.
I think we're going to leave it there with a huge nod to the Gibson family. Thanks very much. You've been listening to the Barrel Surf Podcast. Look after your friends, look after your family. Catch you next time.